Tom Gregory, and that is Forget Somebody coming up for you very soon. Sagala's on the way with Stay the Night, so make sure you are listening out for that. The time now is 21 minutes to 8. I think it's going to be another foggy night tonight. This morning, super foggy. So foggy. Couldn't see a thing in front of me. Now, of course, this hour on a Tuesday, it's all about sport and leisure. And right now, we are going to talk to an incredible guy from Bridgewater. Now, he's following in his two daughters' martial arts footsteps. And we're going to find out more about Mark Perry right now, who took up... Now, hopefully I'm going to say this right, Mark. Nunchaku, is that right?
It's Sport Nunchaku, but Nunchaku is the correct.
So the nunchucks are the things that you fly around, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Yeah, but the sport is nunchaku. Right, now tell us a little bit about this, because you actually took the sport up kind of by accident, didn't you?
I did. About 6 years ago, a friend brought around some unwanted nunchucks, and my daughters have been doing martial arts for quite a few years, and it did interest me, so I picked them up and played around with them, basically, and got the bug for them.
Wow, that's amazing to hear. The incredible thing about this, though, Mark, is that you're actually registered blind, aren't you?
Yes, that's correct. I've got a condition called retinitis pigmentosa, which means my eyesight has deteriorated through my life, but I've not let that stop me.
Which is fantastic to hear. Now, for you, doing this sport then, tell us what it's actually like.
Oh, it's fantastic. Well, where do I start? I was lucky to find a sensei to teach me, because without that, I would not have progressed to where I am today. I recently passed my purple belt, which is number 7 in the gradings. And it's built my confidence. If you had asked me 6 years ago, would I go on a radio and talk about nunchucks, I would have probably said no. But it's just helped me mentally, physically. It's brilliant.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear that, Mark. It really is. And I'm so pleased that you have come on to talk to us and tell us more about it. I mean, it really is amazing. And you mentioned that, is it a sensei that you have?
Sensei, my teacher.
It's your coach, isn't it? So they actually teach you. I mean, the massive thing about this as well is there wasn't anywhere local, was there, that you could actually go to originally?
No, sadly not. It was a case of I exhausted what I could learn myself and from help from other people doing freestyle with nunchucks. So I started looking for someone to teach me, because I wanted to learn more, because it did become quite a passion. So I was fortunate to find Sensei R.Smith, but he's situated in the Lake District.
It's only a 7-hour drive then, probably.
It's not far. But yeah, very fortunate to find him, and I've been studying with him for about 3.5 years now.
Wow. And each time do you have to go up to the lakes to do this?
No. I started off by going up to see him to do intensive training with him, which means going up and doing 5 to 6 hours training in a day, then going back the next day, and then the next day. And the first time I went up to see him, I actually came away with my first grading. I passed my white belt. Then 2 months later, I did the same, travelled up to see him, and did the same, and was able to pass my yellow belts. But then, sadly, because of travel, accommodation and things like that, it was beyond my finances. So I had to stop for a little while. Then came the pandemic, and obviously everything shut down. But my sensei started doing online tutorials through video calls, and also online programs for people to learn. So I grasped at that and have been doing that since.
Wow. So in a good way, I mean, the lockdown in a good way helped you out with doing the whole thing online. I mean, to get you to the purple belt where you're at now, that's incredible.
Yeah, pandemic did definitely help. It's not the same as going up to train with Sensei, obviously. It would be good to go up and see him again, but I have had help from charities, the local Rotary Club, another charity called Gardeners Trust for the Blind, another one called Challenged Athletes Foundation, and also local businesses have helped a little bit as well.
That's amazing to hear. Now, you'd actually like to eventually be able to compete for Team GB in the World Championships. That would be your dream, wouldn't it?
It's one of my long-term goals, yes, that I would love to. It'd be such an honour to compete for my country.
It would be absolutely amazing. Well, you keep on going. I'm sure you'll get there one day as well. Now we need to talk a little bit about the nunchucks, which is two little bits of wood, isn't it, connected by a metal chain?
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, is that what it is, or is it something else?
They come in various different forms. When I first started, I didn't actually know there were safety versions, so I was actually using, like you described, the wooden ones with a chain. But obviously, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to hurt yourself.
I can imagine that.
So finding a sensei to let me know that there's safety nunchucks, and yes, you can obviously use the wooden ones, but when you're doing complicated movements and it's going behind you towards your head, you don't really want a big bit of wood.
Yeah, no, I have actually seen some videos online where things have gone quite bad with nunchucks. So, yeah, you definitely need to have the proper training for it, don't you, Mark? Definitely. I love that you mentioned that your martial arts has really made you a happier person. I mean, that's incredible.
It's fantastic. I without my sensei's help, I don't think it would have been possible.
Yeah, everyone says about the benefits for mental health doing sports like this.
Definitely, because like I said, I was quite a shy person, and now I'm speaking to yourself.
Here you are on the radio, definitely not shy tonight, and telling me more about it. I mean, it is amazing that you've done this, and it's a fantastic sport to be part of as well. And you're currently at the purple belt. And when are you hoping to do the next belt? What is the next belt? Is that the black belt?
No. The next one's brown tag, then brown belt, then black belt, I believe.
Right.
It could take me up to a year to learn everything.
Well, I'm sure you're going to do fantastic. And in a year, come back and tell us more about it, won't you? It's been incredible chatting to you, Mark. Really, really interesting and fascinating finding out more about this fantastic sport. So well done, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Can I just mention that should anyone wish to find out more, it's snuk.org.uk. And they can find lots of information there. snuk.org.uk.
.uk, yeah. Fantastic. Well, Mark, thank you so much once again for joining us, and all the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.